All right, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to my stream. We're going to do some Kerbal Space Program. We're going to try to wrap up what I started almost 3 days ago. First of all, let me double check my... Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and... That sounds real good. I made some changes here, so before I bring the game on, I want to double check a couple things here. And I know I keep changing things. What did I change? Is when I changed in OBS... I did not adjust my bitrate, but I guess there was a change that Twitch made or asked streamers to change probably 6 months ago, and I just now got the memo, and that my keyframe intervals, I had it set to auto, and everyone said it should be set to 2. I did that. And then also in my CPU usage preset, I used to have it on very fast. I've dropped it to faster, or changed it to faster. So hopefully, now according to Twitch, everything's fine. Before it would say there was a small problem. And let me see here. Can I do check up? Let me grab this link here. Let me type in Gamer Circle. Because it would complain about the keyframe too. Now it's true I'm not transmitting a game, but I am transmitting, so the video and audio. I'm not doing a first-person shooter, so I'm not concerned with, you know, a high velocity of, you know, things being low bandwidth is set to 5. Yeah, see, it's weird. I mean, there's no set rule. It's like just finding what. And I'm considering about lowering my bitrate, maybe to 2500. People say that when you lower it, it's better for people with bad internet, but then what happens is when you do anything with quick movement, it gets pixelated and then it cleans up. Alright, so we're just going to try that one change for a while and see what goes on. Alright, so let me go over here, press that key, there we go. Alright, and I adjusted my chair, so that means, of course, I'm sitting high in the camera. I use a baseline that people use for older devices. It's hard for me to find a reference. Everything's really old. Let me adjust the camera here. I was playing around with it today, and I shouldn't have. My fault. Do that. Do this, and all I want to do is... Oh, wrong way. There we go. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright. Now, click there. Cool. Alright, I don't need... Do I need that up? I don't care. Alright, so there we go. No, my green screen is not up. Okay, so, let's hop into the game here. And one of the very first things I gotta do... Gonna be very sad, as I believe, yes, we lost 2 Kerbals yesterday. So I think it's only fitting that we pay our respect. CTP, how are you doing today? Because what I want to do here is I'm gonna find a ready-made rover over here in the SPH. I need a manned rover though. Do they not? I don't need anything complicated. And by the time I make one, it'll be an hour. Let's see. So what's this one look like? This one does not hold a Kerbal. I need one that holds a Kerbal. I'm doing just fine, just starting my day. That one's gonna be too big. That's unmanned, isn't it? Did they not make any manned rovers? That's the one I just loaded up. Does that have wheels? It does. Oh, but it's a VTOL thing. Just want a simple rover. Something I could put a Kerbal in. Oh, wait. Didn't I make a rover? I thought I made a rover. Forgot what I called it. Didn't I do a MUN or... No. Or did I build that over... I thought I made the rover here, and then I took it over to the VAB. It's a processor. Okay, I evidently forgot how to work in the SPH here. There we go. That's a two-seater. All right, so let's do this. I just want the rover. Put it right here. Change priority from this thing to something. Where's a probe core at? There it is. Somewhere there's a probe core in here. It's right there. Okay. Now, whoop. Get rid of this. Alright, let's put 2 Kerbals in this. Oh, darn it. That's right. Because the command chair, you can't do that. So don't save. So many goofy rules. Alright, let's do that again. And then is what we'll do is on top. I need 2 Kerbals. So put that on top. See if this works. Oh wait, I need 2 Kerbals. Let's see if this works. Because what I want to do is I want to go have I want to pay tribute to the Kerbals that lost their lives yesterday. And it's nighttime. Great. So let me do a save here. And let me hop out to the Space Center. Let me get daytime here. Because I need every advantage I can. The rover I don't think runs very well at nighttime. Alright, so let's go to daytime. There we go. And let's go back to that. So for those that didn't catch the stream, didn't catch the VOD, we actually had 1 successful landing. No one died, and we did a crew rotation, and we resupplied one of the outposts, one of the drill sites. The landing before that, which was unmanned, or actually it was manned, it crashed, but everyone survived. But it was too far from the site, so we couldn't use it. So they had to EVA over, and they had to reuse. They had to use the supplies that were there, and it put a little stress on the system. Did the second landing. That went off pretty darn good. We built a better rocket because I forgot that the ore site is at almost at the southern pole. So I forgot there was a big inclination change. A lot more fuel was needed. So that was good. And then the third one was going so good, and I was practicing my pinpoint landing, and I came in too fast. So, right. All right, so let's open this up. And if I remember correctly, I should be able to just decouple. I should be able to switch to it. And I want to say control from there. And there is our rover. Yes, something I made. I'm very proud of it. And it has 2 seats for 2 Kerbals. This was like supposed to be my Apollo rover, but I couldn't get it to fit. All right, so let's get our Kerbals out. Yeah, I know they're gonna take a header here. I understand. Oh, hey, what do you know? Cool. Alright. So who do we got here? This is Jeb. Alright. Valentina. Oh. Alright. We knew that was going to happen. Alright, so now so what I want to do is to get this off the runway, we're just going to mark this as debris. And take off the brakes. And let's head over to the admin building. Hey, look at that. I guess I haven't done anything on Kerbin. Weird. But, you know, it's a rover that works. We got science on it. See? We got science. We've got a reaction wheel, and it's currently the torque is disabled. And it's mainly there if the rover takes a tumble and doesn't explode, we can use the reaction wheel to flip it over. We got some battery, got some solar panels. It's a handy little rover. It works. It's kind of stable. We're going to take the long way. I don't want to take any chances here. Okay, while that's driving, I need to do something on the other monitor here. Right. So anyways, the second landing was the exact same rocket of the first landing. So I had more than enough delta V. I was coming in a little bit too fast, and I thought I would be able to brake, but I didn't. And I lost everyone. And then there was some weird bug when I flipped over to the ore site. Everything was overheating. So haven't been back since. So it's what I want to do here is pay tribute to those two Kerbals that lost their lives. And then we'll do another launch. Someone drawing in chalk? I never saw that before. Strange. So I'm going to go over here to... Oh, this is the astronaut complex. That's the admin building. I just want to go where the flag is. We're going to plant some flags. I think it's only right. Oops. Thought I hit the brakes. There we go. Alright, let's let me go back and make note of my Kerbal's names that was lost. Because I just let the random name grab them. So we'll go here. Oh, it doesn't show them as missing anymore. Oh, did they get recycled already? I didn't think I had that option on. I made the whole jaunt for nothing. That's her right there. Alright, so hang on. Oops. That was weird. That's embarrassing. I thought I had the option to not redo my crew, and then who was the other one? There it is, right there. No? That was one. It was an engineer and a pilot. Gosh, I can't remember. I'm sure in the video it's going to show me. So I know that was my engineer. It was a new pilot, so it was probably one of these guys. I'm going to say... This is terrible. I can't even remember who I lost. That's horrible. Lean. Alright, we're still gonna do it. Out of respect. Now, I do have Rover Dude's MKS mod installed, and they introduced some new professions, and I'm not too sure what, even though it gives a description about what does what, not very respectful, Jeb. Dude. Anyway, because I'm used to doing an engineer for the stuff that has to be done, scientist does all the science, pilot does all the piloting. That makes a lot of sense to me. And why is the flag crooked? Jeez Louise. So this is going to be for... Alright. Now, I don't think he can plant another flag. I wonder... Put him back in the seat. We get Valentina. I don't know if he disembarks if he gets another flag. Okay, settle down. Jeez. Now, is this one going to be crooked, or is Jeb... They're all crooked. Weird. Alright. And this is for... Alright. Okay. It was terrible. Horrible. Alright, so we have paid our respects. I mean, not in the most respectful manner, because evidently I can't make a good... Did that not... Oh, that's the flags. Alright. Okay, so... We don't have to build a new rocket. Everything should be ready to go. And... what I'm doing is making sure... So it should be called MUN Resup version 2.1. That's the autosave. I don't trust it. Hey Saber, how you doing? Hang on one sec here. You're doing well. I'm just trying not to kill any more Kerbals, you know?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a fellow rocket jockey has entered the stream.
I forgot what I was looking for.
Please click the supplied link and give them a follow. This is not a command. Just consider it a moral imperative. And know you have made the correct choice.
Version 2, 2.1, that's the one I want. Alright, so this one is a supply, actually this one is the first supply. It's not a resupply, but I guess it could be technically a resupply. Anytime, Saber. And is what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 new Kerbals. Not those. We're going to take pilot and an engineer, because again, I have to go with what I know. Now let's make sure they have tools. They do. Oh, no. I don't want that. As tools. Okay, cool. We have tools. hey, how you doing, Kulama? Alright, so we've got our crew. We got our rocket. This is the rocket, the exact same rocket that I took to the southern part of the MUN. So it has the delta V to do an inclination. So we're going to have more delta V than what's required. And what I did is I said, oh, cool, since I'll have extra delta V, I can practice my pinpoint landing. And that's when I killed the Kerbals yesterday. So maybe I'll still try to do that, but pay more attention this time. So let's, don't have to build it because this would have worked if I would have paid attention. I was just cutting things too close. You're hunting? What are you hunting? Are you hunting the internet? Did you set up your base at the South Pole? The main base, I think I'm going to put it at the North Pole. When I scanned the planet for resources, the highest concentration of ore was really close to the Southern Pole. So that's where the ore drill site is, not the ore. This is going to go to the. I'm going to have. I don't know yet. The place where the ore, where the dirt is, where I dropped the ore processing plant, is on a fairly. It's got a 4% grade, a slope, but it's not big. It's not a big area. So I'm thinking I might find a flatter spot that once I get this set up, I'll find a better spot. Maybe I'll drill the dirt there and we'll find a flatter spot and send everything there. A person, I think how I spelled it. Jim Milianti. He's still around. Alright, so anyways, let's get this off the ground here. Hey, what's happening now? I don't know. We are going to, we just paid tribute to some fallen Kerbals. We planted some flags. They're right there. And now we're going to do a resupply and hopefully get the beginnings of our warehouse distribution online. Because we have a site where we drill ore. We have some temporary habitation, and we have some supplies, and we have 2 crewmen. The second site is was actually, it took me a couple days to do this. I have a not a large structure, but kind of big. Yeah, I know, it almost looks like a Delta, doesn't it? Yeah, I know. And see, I don't know anything about rockets, but I know what that looks like. Yeah. The second installation is I made a kind of a VTOL craft to where the center portion, you guys will see it, the center portion is where the convertitrons are, the ICRUs with some storage for ore. And then the outside pontoons was the fuel storage and also the monopropellant. And those 3 pieces I knew I couldn't launch as one craft. It would have been very difficult, so I launched all 3 of them separately, put them in orbit around the MUN, put them together. It was the first time I ever used 3 docking ports. The first time I used 3 docking ports to connect things. And I tested out on the SPH on the runway, so they held docked. And so we got them all docked. We had a full tank of gas. We landed it. It was very stable. I was very surprised. It doesn't look very stable. And it's automated. And then we landed a crew so we could start doing stuff. And now we're taking a replacement crew with some supplies. So at this altitude we can get rid of this. And then this, hopefully, when we land this and we connect it, we should have a warehouse for... We already have the warehouse for the ore being distributed, but this will get fuel. So we'll have fuel at this site because that's where it's made. And with the warehousing mechanism, with this logistics module, hopefully fuel will be available at the other site. And in the other site, I put one of these. So, you know, everyone give me a thumbs up. Hopefully I can do this. And then, to wrap this up, according to Rover Dude, I don't have to use his habitation. I can use a hitchhiker, and it has adequate habitation. So I think I might, until I fully understand what his habitation stuff does and stuff like that, I'll get that out there as a baseline temporary, because right now I have the emergency inflatable hab and rovers, the cabs as habitation. So I want to get something that's a little bit more habitable. Just out of curiosity, gamer, in your Twitch language settings, did you check any certain language specifically? I don't think so. Why? I think I leave it open to anyone and everyone. I think I was looking at those just the other day too. So we're going to circularize on our orbit here. And let's see if I go to settings, profile. Is it under profile or settings? Twitch Prime, channel video, security and privacy. Is that under profile? Language pref? I don't see it under profile. Channel and video. Lang. Auto mod is enabled, I think. Okay, let me pay attention here. Now, okay, we got solar panels. I don't see the language preference on that. Those under security and privacy. Oh, so it's got to be under.
Oh, you're kidding me. What? Oh,
Because if I choose any certain ones, I believe it blocks PS4.
Turn it off.
I don't think. Alright, well, I can't find the language preferences. I don't think I have it set. I just don't know where those stupid settings are. So auto mod is enabled. It has some moderation. Which one is that? Some moderation. Sexual acts, sexual content, and body parts. So that's the only thing. Explicit language. So I don't see. Oh, is that why you can chat in mine? Alright. I know there's a language setting somewhere. I didn't change it there. What's that? Niner Man Guy. Probably referenced that wrong. Where is the... There's something that says only in your language. Now I gotta figure out. Twitch. Language. Filter. Jeez. LANG. Hang on a sec, guys. To change the Twitch language, go and view the Twitch homepage. Scroll down the bottom language and select. That's for them. Language selection. Broadcast languages. Jesus. So it's under live? Really? Alright. Wouldn't have thought that. Where do I find live at? I don't see live. I just saw it the other day. I don't see... I don't see language settings anywhere. Oh wait, is that in the new dashboard now? Is that where they put that? Stream. Oh, here it is. So they put in the new. Okay, it's in the broadcast. So broadcast language, I have English, but I don't restrict it to just English. There we go. God, that took me forever to figure out. I don't need that. Need that. Let's get back to there. All right. So what we need to do here is a couple things. We only have 93 meters a second, so we're going to get rid of this excess weight. And I want to turn us around. And I want to get this docking port to decouple, switch back to the main rocket. Oops, wrong key. A lot of debris floating around us here. Alright, so now we want to take this to the MUN. Here we go. Set the MUN as the target. Let's plot a transfer. Wow. I guess we were right on the mark, were we? We were. It's the first time that ever happened. Alright, well, if it's not, we can fix it. If it gets in the general neighborhood of a MUN encounter, that'll be fine. So we got about 25 seconds left to burn. I'm looking at that right here. I have I picked up some pointers from other people that use Kerbal Engineer, and I created a custom area that gives me my node information. Pretty helpful. Gym Million Lights, and someone was having a discussion about why it wasn't able to chat in a certain stream. Think that's why it could pass around. Alright. Cool. Aerospacer, how you doing? I don't think it's checked by default, so I don't know. Maybe to minimize the trolls, they have it set. I don't know. Alright, so we have our encounter. We're going to make a mid-course correction here. Wrong way again. And we just need an altitude of like, oh, that's fine. Anytime, Kalima. Alright, so we have 1262 left. We're going to spend 13 to make a mid-course, and it takes about another 300 to get orbit. So we're going to be a little bit above 900, and it takes 600 to land. So this stage alone should be able to do everything we need to do, but we actually have a landing stage. So what I want to do is use the power of the skipper to get us lined up for the landing, slow us down, then we'll dump this, let it blow up on the surface, make a nice crater, and then we'll land with the lander portion, like we're supposed to. Alright, so that should give us our sweet spot. And this is where we're going right here. So we're going to grab a maneuver node right here. We'll get a... We don't need a nice circular, we just need an orbit. Something like that. I mean, you know, I've never had a problem with, you know, when someone comes in and starts speaking a foreign language, I just ask them to please speak in the channel's language. That way people can understand them. If they persistently do it, then unfortunately they're not following the rules, and I'll have to kind of time them out until they get a hint. And I think even in my title I say it's in English. So ENG for English, and I specify I'm on a PC versus Xbox, PlayStation, or Wii. Whatever. Alright, so that's us getting our orbit. Having some jet fuel of my own. Alright, so just in case, to not run the risk of... Great! Flying a flag at home. We're going to turn on the fuel cell here. Alright, so once again, our landing spot is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we'll do a deorbit. And it's going to move towards us, but what we want to do is we want to make sure we get as close to lining up as possible. Alright, let's see if I can do this without botching it. I had the utmost confidence in my ability to land a craft. I've been working on my pinpoint landings and trying to land closer without using too many tools, because that is quite a challenge. Well, the PS4 speaks a different code language. Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Ooh, that looks cool. Scary, but cool. So that's going to do the burn. And I'm going to set that as my target. There we go. That's cool. This big crater. Craters within craters. Alright. So, now, is what I want to do is we'll do another... We're going to slow down even more. We can, in fact, do it closer. Let's do it closer to the... landing spot. Alright. In fact, what I want to do is I'm going to go radial out. So that way I get a little bit more altitude. That way I can drop down on the target a little bit better. That's the idea. Alright, so that's going to cost $199. And again, we have 948. So radial out is what it does, is it kind of shifts your orbit outward versus inward, and it doesn't do it in a circular. It kind of does it in kind of a an elliptical way. Yeah. Yeah, that's our target. Very dangerous over here. Alright. So I have some altitude. We're at 25. And gaining because I did a radial out. Alright. And then we're going to do another... Here, so we're going to slow down. I'm going to do a radial out again, slow down. Because what I'm doing is I'm trying to angle us so we can drop down on the target. Instead of coming in as a slant. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone. Let's try that. It's going to cost $232. Again, we have the Delta V to do this. It's not very efficient to do it this way. I'm just trying to, since I'm trying to construct an installation and I want to connect things, I want to make sure I get things as close as possible. Oh, well, thank you for that, Kuluma. Appreciate that. Alright, so we are 32 kilometers away from our target. So we got this nice arc, looks really good. So then what we're going to do is we'll do another maneuver node or retro, and I'm just trying to give us a nice arc. Alright, that's going to cost another 100. And we have 517 left. We're still, well, now we're descending. That's fine. So this is going to kill a lot of delta V currently. So we should be right around 70. Okay, 100. That's close. Alright, so now we got some wiggle room. We got some altitude. So let's save it. Turn on the SAS point prograde, or retrograde, sorry. If my staging is set up correctly, I should be able to get rid of that. Okay. So we're 17,000 up, and our trajectory shows us landing over there, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. No, I'm not. I think I want this in this orientation, I think. Well, I've been saving my streams over on YouTube, so if you miss them, you can always try to catch them there. All right, so let's we're slowing down. That's good. We're 14,000. We got a speed of 95. Hopefully this works. We have 560 delta V. Should be enough. So let's go ahead and do an F5. Let's get us down to like 7,000. Whoa, that was fast. Alright, so we missed our target. And it looks like we should have a successful landing. And we do have the delta V. That's what I'm going to do here. Alright, so now, let's see here. We're going to do this, do that, up, we're on RCS, and use RCS to maneuver us. So according to this, our landing stage, we have about 3 minutes of fuel to do about what we're doing. Because what I'm doing is I'm using the translation and the smart ASS tools from MechJeb to keep us kind of even. We are slowly descending, even though I said keep us straight. So I want to get us over the target. And I'm going to slowly start descending. And I'm not too sure where I'm going to connect this, but I'm over the target right about now. So I'm going to kill our relative velocity as much as I can. Let's do this. Alright, let's do that. That. So this one needs to connect somewhere, and I think there's at least one spot. On the PS4, we get 300 max part count. I avoid by building. Yep. I understand there is a limitation on the console. That is a bummer. Alright, let's descend a little bit faster here. Okay, what I'm going to do here is just to safeguard our fuel situation. So what I'm doing is I'm transferring fuel from the ascent stage to the descent stage, because I just want to make sure, as I'm trying to do this as accurately as possible, that I don't bust anything. Alright, so I think we have a docking, a flex port right there. Alright, so let's slow our descent, and again let's use RCS here. No, wrong side. There, that way. Now again, what I'm using for RCS is just these veneers, so it uses the liquid fuel that I'm already carrying. I didn't do any monopropellant. All right, let's go ahead and land, and we want to push it forward a little bit. Right there, right about there. In my opinion, this is not hard limit. Something a 300 part in crafts. You never use? Or you never use 300 parts? Oh. Well, you know, if you can do a lot of stuff in less than 300 parts, it just means you're really good, really efficient. Alright, so let's hover for a second here. Want to make sure I get this close as possible. Plenty of fuel, plenty of time. So we're still 100 meters off. Again, I'm just using RCS to kind of babysit this. Or the green thing is, that's about where I'm going to land, so I'm adjusting via RCS. $75 meters. Well, it all depends upon the power of your PC. If you have kind of a medium range and you have a very large station with a lot of parts, your frame rate will drop significantly. Now, you know, when they went from 32-bit to 64-bit, then when they upgraded Unity on the latest 1.2, even from 64-bit to the new version of Unity under 64-bit, huge performance improvements. I have to give Squad props because they took a chance on a beta version of Unity. See, everything's overheating here. I don't know why. Should be close enough. Alright. Turn everything off. Boing. In fact, is what I'm going to try to do here is we'll do a save. This is what they were doing yesterday. They're red hot for some reason, so it's like some cooling has stopped for some reason. I'm doing F5. That's what I want to do. Is with RCS, I want to see if I can't just back this up a little bit. So when I connect it, it won't be so taut. Alright, so let me get my engineer out. Which for some reason is an unexperienced engineer. Should have got some experience for landing. I don't know. So you have your tool, you got your tool. Alright. Whoa. So like I said, we have some Kerbals over here. What we're going to do is we're going to get the... I don't know if I need my tool out for this. We're going to link. See what happens. Cool. And is what we're going to do here is I believe we have 2 Kerbals. Oh, my bad. Okay, now it's going down. God, I was very concerned. So did some cooling turn off or something? I can't tell by that. Alright. Huh. Oh well. Let's see is...
Game over. Thank you so much for playing my game.
We got fuel. Everything's full. That's awesome. So, what are the chances... Okay, so I need to maybe come over here. And... Huh. Hopefully this works. So did the... Oh, I wonder if because... Let me stop everything. Well, there was a stop. Alright, so everything's stopped. Let me get the crew all switched around here. So in here we should have 2 peeps, right? We do. Okay, so these guys need to transfer over here. I can... It's a hot station. Hey, Cheb, how you doing? Alright, so first things first. Let me go back. Not there. Let me go here. Let me get this person EVA'd. Alright. And then we'll go over here. Nope, not there. And then I should be able to say transfer you guys to there. Transfer you to there. Cool. Then we take you and we'll put you back. So we're going to restaff. What am I doing? I like to combine crafts, though I like the rover that can mine ore. Oh, yeah, that's from Rover Dude. That's his Caribou Rover. It's a mod. It comes with MKS. It's no longer a standalone mod, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude. Alright, that was weird. Alright, we'll get you back in there. And then grab you. We'll put you back in. Hang on, I'll catch up with chat here. I was concerned with why all of a sudden my warehouse isn't working. I mean, this site didn't have any ore. It got ore, and it produced... Let's try and figure out why it was crooked. Whoa. Alright, so let me get this guy over here. Easy. Oh, ooh, that was gross. Alright, so the installation has been restaffed. Aerospace, how you doing? Aerospacer, sorry. I like to combine. Okay, I read that. I can do this too. 200 parts is enough, I guess. Okay, you're doing great then. You have a stream if gamer don't mind. What? I'm confused. Or whisper stream name. Oh. No, I don't care. You guys can... if you try to post a link and you don't have 30 plus hours, you'll get a naughty message. That's all. Alright, so... I wonder if there has to be a demand for the fuel. Let's try something here. So we have fuel here. We have fuel here. Let me... get rid of this for a sec. First of all, let me hit F5. So what we did is we brought additional supplies. Yay. Because all they had were these little tiny saddlebags. Their habitation is very lacking. They have this for habitation. And I think... yeah, they don't do habitation from this. This is just logistics. Alright, so let's make sure our fuel cells should be on. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is we're going to transfer all the fuel from the ascent stage down to the descent stage. Good. Then I'm going to transfer from here, oh, not there. And let's transfer out of here. Okay, and then we're going to transfer to here. So what I have is I want to construct, using the hitchhiker can, or whatever it's called, kind of a makeshift habitation until I fully understand how Rover Dude's habitation stuff works. So this works because ore has been coming in. Where's the, okay, so the warehouse is on. Warehouse is on. I don't see any fuel. Well, maybe that makes sense. So I have to go check those sites. So let me start liquid fuel and oxidizer. Turn that back on. And okay, that's filling up. So if I do an F5 here, and we go and do Kerbal Engineer for rendezvous, and we want to type in ore. Let's go over there and see if they're getting fuel. Because they should have a logistics module for ore and a logistics module for fuel. And here we are. Nope, we go there. So there's... okay, so no fuel's coming over here. So maybe because there's not a demand for it? Huh. Maybe some time just has to accelerate. Let's see here. Let's speed up time just to... I didn't do anything. Andy, just FYI, the pink squares in the toolbar are because USI is searching for the wrong directory for the icons. You can fix this yourself. The colonization for... alright, well... alright, hang on. I'll do it. Does that mean he put him in the wrong spot? Umbra colonization... so you said game, copy all the PNG files from the MKS folder. All the PNG files? That's a lot of PNG files. Search for star.png. Okay. I think that's too many. So those have been copied. And where they need to go to? Into a new colonization folder that has icons. So I have to create a new colonization folder. So let's see here. New folder. Let me open it up. Paste. And then we're going to rename this colonization. Oops. Copy. Rename. Alright. Alright. Thanks, Jeb. Appreciate it. Alright, so I'm at a loss. I don't know why my ore works. So this is drilling ore. It distributes ore just fine. This could use some fuel. This could use some fuel. So how do I create a demand for fuel? Because there's no fuel showing up in the warehouse. Bummer. That one's empty. No, colonization is a depreciated because it was deleted, as same as Blizzy toolbar is depreciated. However, Roverdude has forgot to delete Blizzy toolbar out of the two things. Okay, alright. So, I don't know why the fuel is not flowing. Oh, maybe. I think maybe I know why. Alright, let me head back over to the warehouse. I gotta give that a new name. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I've had that happen before. Alright, now we can see if the new buttons show up. Using Kerbal Engineers to switch back and forth has caused my game to crash before. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Alright, let's restart that. Oh, you see, oh, it's just for Blizzies. I gotcha. Alright. Well then, do his icons show up on the stock toolbar then? So I think what happens for the fuel to start, so the ore processing facility was maxed out. It had nowhere to push any fuel. And maybe because it didn't have anywhere to push, that's why things were overheating. Now that I have the means to enable warehousing, maybe it'll start pushing it out now. If you don't use Blizzy, these icons go to the stock toolbar, yes. Oh, alright. Well, I like Blizzies. Although, I guess there's a new way in the stock way you can duplicate something and have multiple folders anyways. I'm just a creature of habit here, that's all. Alright, let's go see what's going on here. Wait a minute, why is that a separate name? Oh. Why is that floating out there? That's weird. Really weird. Nose cone. Did not get cleaned up. For some reason. Ooh. So... Orbiting Kerbin, delete that. Orbiting Kerbin, was that more debris? Okay. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. I have an unknown. Interesting. Hey, look at that. Icons. Thanks, Jeb. Appreciate it. Okay. Liquid fuel and oxidizer has now shown up. Alright, so does that mean... Alright, so what happened was this is now full, and now it's bled over. Alright. So I guess... And I have a very excited little probe here. I don't know why. Alright. So cool, very cool. Very, very cool. So, what I should be able to do... I'm going to test this out here. If I go down here... Why is this a target? Why is that a target? That's so... Whoa. It's the warehouse. Very strange. Alright, so now... Oh! Well, that should have got cleaned up too. Okay. That's weird. Alright. So now, yay! Fuel is available. Not that I need it, but... You know, we can start transferring fuel. So when I land another resupply here, I don't have to bring fuel to take off. I can refuel from here. That's so cool. Alright. Alright, so anyways, these guys here, they should be hanging out here. And, where's your door at? Here. Or, where are you at? Were they both in there? Ooh. Where's the, where are you at? It says Kerbal's inventory. Left mouse clicking, I'm not getting... I can see his inventory though. Okay, he is there. That's weird. Alright, so we'll have you board. What I think I was checking for is I think I can stop the habitation converter on... Because I was using the cabs of the rovers as temporary housing. So I can stop those. Alright, cool. So this site works. Let's switch back over to the warehouse, and we have some crew to return back to Kerbin. And we should probably call this MUN ore proc for processing. So it processes the ore. So yay, warehousing works. Very cool. And for some reason I can't do anything. Did I have another crash? Looks like I have another crash. Bummer. We get fuel flowing and then we crash. Oh. Well, it's been productive. Now it's being counterintuitive productive. I don't know. But thanks to Jeb, I have some icons now. So we're just going to go back to the warehouse. We're going to rename it, and then we're going to get the old crew back to Kerbin, and then we're going to send 2 unmanned crafts to the MUN that are going to be some habitation. Now, according to Rover Dude, I don't have to connect it. But I would feel better if it was connected. Because he was saying that I can just take a Kerbal out, take it over to habitation, and then take him out and take him back. That's something else I have to worry about. But I guess in hindsight, that's the easiest way to do it, I guess. Alright, let's see if this works again. Oh, at least I know there's some stuff I can delete. So I'm going to go to the tracking station. And let's scroll down to the bottom. That thing can be deleted. MUN resupply. Is that the tank? The lander? What is that? We got some people stranded in orbit? Oh, I'm a terrible, terrible administrator. Thought I deleted that. Alright, let's try it again. How can a nose cone not get deleted? Orbiting Kerbin. Delete. Terminate. Cool. Alright. Alright, so let's go here. Alright, we'll let things settle down before I try to do anything. Okay. There. Oh, okay. Wow, that took forever. I wonder if that's the rendezvous. Let me close the rendezvous on Kerbal. Alright. So, like I said, this was actually 3 separate pieces that I put together in orbit. And they're all connected via docking ports. So that was a milestone for me. Let me just make sure all the fuel cells are on. Okay, those fuel cells are on. Then these radiators should be on. On. Those are extended on. Okay, cool. And we have these solar panels. And we also have an RTG tucked away down here too. So it has plenty of power. This fuel cell is off. We should have 2 crewmen in here. That's the new ones. And this is those 2 are going home. So you should have a full tank of gas. You do. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Oh, I was going to rename this. Where's the best source to, I guess, over here. So let's do a rename, and we'll call this MUN or Rock, short for processing. Alright, cool. An F5. Now, the last time I did this, where are the engines that are on? So I need to shut these engines down. Alright. The last time I did this, it didn't go too well. This decoupler has got a force of 10, and when I decouple it, it flips the craft. So I thought I could decouple it, it could sit there, and then I could slowly take off, but that's not how it works. I'm sorry, this one has got a... Oh, maybe I have the wrong one set. Whoops. Alright, so let's go ahead and drag these up here. Do that. Actually, is what I want to do is drag these down here. Do an F5. Engines are staged. SAS is on, hopefully. So I want to do a control from here. Hopefully this works. Do another F5. And we want to give a little bit of... Did that work? Okay, it worked. Yay. Alright, cool. Then we want to get on to a 90 or 270. 270. 270. That's 315. So 270 is right there. That's 225. I'll figure out where 270 is. There we go. Found it. Alright. So we're going to take this up to about 30 kilometers. And again, it's got tons of fuel to do this. Now, the one thing that doesn't work very well... Okay, we have a fuel cell, so we have the power. It's just that we don't have any supplies, so I can't dilly-dally. I don't know if that's a word that people use anymore. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill the engine. Go and grab a maneuver node right here. We don't have to have a perfect orbit, we just want to get an orbit. It's good enough. All right, so did better than last time. No one's died. Alright, so we're going to get our orbit around the MUN, then we're going to head home. Alright. So once again, this return craft does not have any bells and whistles. It does have a fuel cell, so we can draw for power. Since I have life support, I did not pack any snacks or anything in here, so there's no horsing around. We got to get these guys home. You understand there's a 15-day grace period on Rover Dude's MKS life support. So that means since it only takes, what, 3 days or a day or something, should have a nice grace period here. So, alright, so now is what I want to do is I want to get my periapsy as low as possible right here. So 2.6, 2.5, 2.4, 2.1, and 1.9, so it's still getting smaller. Hard to see though. 1.8, 7, 6. Yeah, let's try grabbing our maneuver node. That's what I was looking for. Whoa, too much. So again, I want my PE to be right around 40 to, not 50, 40. 45, 44, 43, 42, 40. Alright. So it's 296. So knowing that, I could probably design... But see, I need a two-man since I've been rotating crew in twos. I guess I could do 2 lander cans. That would be lighter. And maybe I could do a combination of Oscar fuel tanks. Maybe. But hopefully I don't have to do supply drops anymore because as soon as I get the ooh, that's ugly. As soon as I get the habitation, this interim habitation I want to design for this, the next focus is to start drilling what I need to make supplies, and then distribute the supplies, and then that means whenever I land for a new installation, if I have a logistics module with supplies, I can get supplies to my Kerbals. Yay! Something like that anyways. That's the idea. And I know my game title says historical. This is nothing historical about this whatsoever. Is what I'm doing is I'm kind of eating up time because I have some historical launches. We can get rid of that one. So instead of just accelerating time and doing those, I thought I could do some stuff on my career, and then when it's time for that, we can switch over back and forth, stuff like that. All right, so cool. Let's get you guys. Say goodbye to the MUN. And we will warp you guys over here. Now if we check... okay, their supplies have expired. But again, I've been told there's a 15-day grace period. I mean, how do I know if they're okay? I don't know. Alright, anyways. What's the flight time? Okay. So we're just going to get them close. Then we're going to detach half of our craft because we won't need it anymore. Do it right about here. We can get to about 100. So we're going to face prograde. And we're going to attach. And we'll face retrograde. And we're ready for our descent. I brought monopropellant. I didn't need it. I used some for some reason. Strange. So monopropellant actually does weigh. I guess I was in such a hurry to make this replacement, I forgot to take it out. Alright, so we are in the atmosphere. And Bill is most excited. You guys can't see the other guy because of me. Okay, there goes our part of our craft there. Evidently, it's in a bigger hurry to get down to the surface than we are. That's fine. That's just fine. So, success, we have now ore being distributed. We have our ore processing site up and running, converting the ore that it's getting from way across the other side of the planet. And it's actively converting it to fuel and oxidizer, and it's distributing it to any site that has a distribution module. Very cool. And again, Jeb, thank you for the tip on the missing icons. I had posted a note in the forums, but no one answered. I have seen people with the toolbar down here. So I know there's a mod that moves it. Whatever. Alright, so our apoapsy is now... There we go. Definitely gonna land. Gonna be a little dark. Can I turn on the lights? There we go. We have lights. Turn off our SAS. Slowing down nicely. All right. So like I said yesterday, or actually today, I made one change to my stream setup. I changed in OBS under output. I changed the keyframe interval that was set to 0 for auto. I changed it to 2, and now Twitch likes my settings. And then when I do a health check on it, it still likes it, and also when I use the other tool, no problem. So hopefully it didn't impede any sort of quality. I've also been reading that if I lower my bitrate from what I currently have at 3,000 to about 2,500, people that have a little bit slower internet connections probably won't have as many buffering issues. But they said there's a trade-off on quality versus that. So maybe tomorrow I'll do that and see if it's bad. All right, so solid ablator left over. Very cool. Looks like we're going to land in the water. Oh, man, that's right. Yay! So cool. Very cool. Bum, bum. Alright, so we're still at 13,000. That's why I haven't popped a shoot. I better do it before I forget. There we go. And those will inflate at about 1,000. So we should be good. Yesterday's VOD, I have to turn off HTML player to revert to Flash. No big. Oh, really? Well, that's a Twitch. I know Twitch was having some really weird issues yesterday because the thumbnails you get when you click on your follows, all I had was a generic purple Twitch logo for probably a half a day, and then that cleaned up. Also, my export didn't come across. I thought it was on my end, so I clicked on it like 4 or 5 times. Then I woke up today and YouTube had 5 copies of my export. So I think Twitch was definitely having some problems yesterday. But supposedly the HTML, yeah, Twitch was very twitchy yesterday. The HTML5 player is supposed to be a better quality than the old Flash player, because I know a lot of people are saying goodbye to Flash. Which, cool, I guess. Alright, so here we come up, about 500, and our shoots should inflate. We can turn this off. There we go. Yay. Very dark. Boop, 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 yeah, yes, I don't have any artistic talent. I can't sing, can't draw. Nope, I have very little imagination. So if anyone wants to hear kind of I'm going to tell a little life secret. When I go to sleep, I try to watch one episode of either a funny situation comedy or a cartoon. That way I go to bed with something fun. Funny. Let me say funny. Not that I'm going to bed with toys or anything like that. Action figures or squishy toys. And I don't know if that really changes it, but I sleep a little bit better. I've been doing that for about a year now. So I'll either watch some Scooby-Doo, Jetsons. So I usually watch something classic, Hanna-Barbera, like Flintstones or something like that. Last night I watched a Friends episode. It wasn't a very good one. It was... Which one was it? Oh, it was when Rachel hired her assistant and wanted to date him. And I don't know, it just wasn't very funny. That's all. I enjoy Friends. I know there's some drama in there, but for the most part, it's pretty comical. Alright, so 100 meters, we're going to land. We're falling at 6 meters per second. Just very, very dark. I can brighten that up a little bit. No, I guess not. Alright. It is very dark where we're at. And splash down. There's the water. Yay! Alright, so we've done a complete crew rotation. Now what I have to find out is I don't know what a good buffer is, what a good rotation period is, and I know it's based upon what you have for habitation. Oh wait, you know what? In fact, we don't have... Oh, there is some habitation out at the processing. Look at that, we renamed it. Cool. Let's see what happens here. So evidently, this place has a loading issue on physics. Is it because of all the parts? It probably is. So it probably would not be a good idea to keep stacking buildings here. So, alright, so that loaded a lot faster. Let me do a save. So again, what I did is I found this was my highest concentration of dirt, so I will be dropping something here to do the dirt, but I don't think... See, I have some space, but it's kind of slopey. I don't know. So we do have some habitation here, but what I want to do is come up with something stockish until I understand more about Roverdu's new MKS habitation. I never used a habitation before I put something that's permanent, semi-permanent, resilient in place. So Let's go design those. Something that we can put on each site. Maybe deliver them both in one rocket launch too. Depends. I'm thinking... Uh-oh. Okay, so we have one more point of contact here. So what we have to do is make sure we don't... We have docking ports. I wonder if I can utilize the docking ports. So this is the new supplies. These are the old supplies. So what I could probably do is absolutely nothing. All right. Alright, so we have one more port, so we have to make sure we leave a port open. I'm wondering if there's a way I can use the docking port, land something so I can utilize the docking port so I can have more flex tubes. This guy can eventually be deleted. He was my spotter for this thing. I got pretty close. Alright, so let's go see what we can do for habitation. I have perused the documentation. It is overwhelming. I found a great... Somebody already had done a... That was a landing. We landed. We didn't have any explosions this time, so I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking there, Next Tech. When I was looking for a flowchart, let me see if I can find it. MKS... okay, so let me first type in Kerbal Space Program, not Rogram. Rogram, that's Scooby-Doo talk. Program. MKS flowchart, I think is what I looked for. And I found a lot of the older ones, but I didn't find any Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I go to images. I found a lot of old ones, and I didn't want to use it, but this is the one I found that I thought was hilarious. And it makes... This is how UKS looks to me. That's not me, but this is how it looks to me, because it's like... I don't know what's going where. I thought that was hilarious. Alright. Anyways, the documentation is pretty much spot on. But until you start using it, what they're talking to doesn't really click. And of course, the people that use it and develop it, are, very supportive, and I like that a lot. So we're going to go in here. Do I want to do this in the VAB or the SPH? I want to do something VTOL. So let's go do it in the SPH. Why did I click on the VAB? The reason why is I want to put something fairly basic, something that can land and connect. Okay. Alright. So the primary component is going to be the hitchhiker, which right here. And when you look at the stats, because I have MKS, you can see it has habitation. So 4 crew for 25 months. So okay. But see, I do know in habitation, wherever that is. I think it's under colonization. Yeah, he's got these larger habs in here somewhere. And just out of curiosity, 77 Kerbal months. Alright. Some of these are for space station, some of them aren't. Alright, so anyways, this is going to be... And again, I'm in the SPH. I don't spend a whole lot of time in the SPH, so bear with me. So if this thing's going to land itself, this is going to be our center of mass. So... So we're going to have to do something temporary for landing. And to do that is what I like to do. So if we're going to land this, we have to have our center on top because we want to land it like VTOL sort of thing. So it's like how I like to do that is I'll take one of these and I'll put it just right here. And we'll decouple this, and then it'll go away. And then what I do is I also then put one of these. Because you can't attach anything. Is what I want to do is I want to put a guidance chip. And for some reason, you know, it doesn't work. So we take this and we put it in center. Looks pretty centered. And then we can put this. And when you have the three little things on top, that means it's the top. So this is actually, the guidance chip is upside down. So now it's right side up. Alright, so I don't know if that made any sense to anyone. So then what I want to do is just get a little bit. Just like that. Alright. So now, so we have 4 holes on the side. We can board it from the top, and I thought what would be kind of cool, because does the cupola does also only for 1 month. That's fine, but it has a habitation multiplier. So to make it look kind of habitational, I don't know if that's a real word. So we need to give this, if this thing's going to land, these things have got their own reaction wheels, and they're pretty decent. Yeah, those are pretty decent reaction wheels. But just to give it some additional control, we're going to put reaction wheel there, reaction wheel there. And then I want to make sure this has got power. We don't have to have a whole lot of power. Because I think is what we could do. Let's go to the power section. If we grab one of these, let's make sure, let's do it this way. It just needs enough to land, and I think we're going to put some solar panels on this. Okay, so now, habitation for 4. We have some temporary power. We have some additional control, and then I'm just wondering how cool would this look if we put a cupola on this side, but instead of putting the door on the top, what if we rotate it this? Oh, okay. I want to put it facing out, like where the window is. Hey, what's up, Phoenix? We're just designing some habitation. So if I take this, flip it over. Huh. If I leave the door on alternate side, I like that. Alright, cool. So that looks kind of cool. So let's see here. If we tuck this stuff, take that. Actually, just do do this. All right, so I don't know. Looks like a weird, large science experiment container. All right, so now, here's my dilemma. I don't think. So obviously this doesn't have any sort of propulsion. And is what I need to do is it's going to land, so I need some landing struts. Let's take care of that. Okay, now like I was saying, this has got to connect with what's out there already. So I believe if for scale, if I was to go here, grab this, and then if I go down to here, grab this, Alright, and let's deploy. So, is what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get so the landing legs, when this thing lands, it won't be too high or too low. And so what I need to do is, let's see here. So if we just go up, that should be fine. Hopefully. Alright, so let's see what happens when we retract these. That's weird. Cool, but weird. Maybe we can do something else. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. What if we go to structural? So, ooh. So adding parts, is that going to be the solution? Could be. Trying to come up with a better way to mount these so it looks like it's part of the structure. Alright, let's try that for a sec. So let's go back to gear. Okay, it sits about the same, but now if we retract, that looks a little bit better. That looks a lot better. So we'll grab this. We'll use this. Put in mirror. We should have two, right? We do. Alright, and then if we extend. Oh, that looks so much nicer than just attaching it to the. Now, can I make this look a little bit better? I think actually is what I should do. Let's put that back to where it was. Alright. Then let's grab another copy and set there. Now, very cool. Now again, even if it's on uneven ground, we're going to be using a flex tube to connect all this stuff. So it looks a little, ooh. I wonder if that's actually rubbing the ground too much. Oh, it is. It is. It is. All right, so let's do this. Unfortunately, yeah. Okay. All right, I think that's going to work just fine. All right, cool. So we're going to call this MUN Hab. So again, we have 4, 5, 6 habitation, but we're not going to use it for 6. It's just going to be used for 2. 4 for an emergency. So I don't have any power generation for the flight over, for landing. We could use... Oh, wait a minute. Ooh. Would that be too obtrusive? Where's the other one at? Oh. That looks nice. It sits on the top side. So can I... Alright. Now we got solar. It's got some batteries. This is hold some batteries. Power generation. Communication. I mean, if it's going to connect to the rest of it, I mean, is what we could do is we can put a little whip antenna on it. We could put it on the side. Opposite one of the doors. Like right... Well, I think we should put one on each side. Just depends upon where this connects, because you don't want the antenna to clip anything. Where did I put the other one? Huh. Alright, so this one lined up with the door. This one... Oh, alright. Oops. Go back, please. Evidently, I don't know how to grab. There we go. There we go. Just making sure they don't stick out too much. Like I said, I'm not very fluent in SPH here. Alright, so we have communication, we have power generation, we have some temporary power. Haven't got there yet, the sky crane part. We're gonna land this VTOL sort of thing, because it's gotta land here. It's gonna be probably something... Ooh. So I was thinking I was gonna do my standard put two tanks on the side, but if I detach them, that won't work. Interesting. So, let me do a save here. I could put this like that. And could I put a sky crane? That's a weird looking rocket though. If I put it on top and I shoot this out of the rocket like that, that means I have this big bubbly thing sitting off to the side. So what I'm not done, I don't have any way to connect this to the current infrastructure out there. And I'm thinking about the best way to do that is if I take these things and just surface attach them. That'll work. Should. Oops. That was weird. That's better. And then this what I need is under couplers. I need these guys. Cool. You know, I almost want to just kind of save myself some time. Delete that. Copy this. I did. I saved myself some time. Cool. All right. So now here's the bad thing is even though there's some green spots here, these aren't actually, I can't attach anything to this. So if I do kind of my own sky crane sort of thing, I don't have a way to attach it. I don't think you need the plate. I think you can node attach. I don't think so. Oh, you're right. All right, cool. Okay. One less part. I was having a problem with it the other night. Concept. All right, cool. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. So in theory is what I want to do is this will take off like a rocket, but to land like this is what I want to do is attach. How much does this weigh? 7 tons. That's pretty light. Well, light-ish. Oh, we can make it lighter too. We can get rid of this monopropellant. That monopropellant. Okay, lighten it a little bit. Because if I can land this close enough so it can connect, whatever I have attached externally to land it, I can just detach. I can switch away and then come back, and the pieces will be, you know, deleted as debris, and then I can attach it. So, how do I do that? So again, even though we have nodes, I don't think I can attach. See, I can't surface, I can't attach anything to those. So all I need is a frame. Just make the whole thing the top of the rocket with your sky crane pointing in the correct way, but then a lifting engine point up. What? Well, this is the whole thing. This is what I want to land and use for habitation. It doesn't look very glamorous. It's just kind of an interim. And what I was thinking is just putting a fuel tank here with a couple thud engines on each side. Control from here, land, and detach them. But I don't have a way to externally attach this. How would I do that? How would I do that? I need this so I can connect. If I leave it in this sort of a fashion versus stacking something on the side, because oops. That's how it's going to lift off. So if I put stuff on the top and the bottom, it'll stay as a nice rocket shape thing. So what I'm going to have to do is surface mount some stuff. What can I do here? If I go with... Do you need flex tubes on both ends? Yeah, if I don't do it on both ends, then is what it is. Once I connect this, then I kind of shut up any, or I stop any sort of future expansion options. So I always want to have one, so I have somewhere to attach something else. Alright, so what if I'm just kind of thinking here. So if I have one of these here, one of these here. Again, I'm just kind of hodgepodging this idea. That gives me some structure. It's attached though, so I'd have to do it. Okay, so anyways, then can I do... something like that. I can put radial mounted decouplers. I have my fuel. That would work. That would work. Looks weird, but it works. So basically I have these radial mounted tanks that I can detach, and they're hardware. We can put landing legs so it helps. We land, we hit the decouplers so this stuff flies off. They would be the same on both sides, so it would have the balance. So my center of mass would stay here. I could control from here. I could also put some RCS. I think that would work. Looks kind of weird. Alright, so let's do this. How do I do this? If I just build one side, take it off, and flip on the other side, that way it would be universal, because I've lost my symmetry, I think. Alright, so let's do this. So let's save it. Let's grab this decoupler. We have to put it on top and bottom, though. So, what happens if I say radial? Is that gonna work? Oh, it will. Okay, cool. Structural, and then I was going with these. And then we rotate these, like so. Alright. Looks very, very bad. And then fuel tank. Ooh, that's bad. I'm afraid to clip this in. Well, see what happens. Alright, so I don't need the big tank, I just need this tank, I'm pretty sure. And then let's get it right to about there. And let's bring this down to about there. Right there. Alright, so then what would happen if we took so that's just wondering if that's going to decouple or explode because it's clipped in like that. I think it's going to explode. So, oops. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Because what I need to do then is grab the smaller ones, I think. And we use these as... Yeah, I'm going to go on the safe side here. So if I do 2 smaller ones... Okay, there we go. And do that. Then if we take the larger ones, and then these we can manipulate. So then if I take the gas tank, we're gonna go test this. Yeah, good idea, test. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Let's attach some struts here. Can I put... I meant clamps, sorry. Hey, Death Prophet, what are you up? I'm wondering if it'd actually be more feasible if I put... Because if I detach this stuff, it's gonna get caught. So, if I... I have an idea. If it'll work. So I could either go another decoupler. Donut. I haven't had a donut in 3 weeks. I had pizza yesterday. I'm gonna have pizza for lunch today too. Wait. So if I go with a docking port, I'm just trying to find a clean way to do it. I don't care if it looks pretty. If we do a docking port, and then another docking port, and then we do okay. Wait. Okay, we gotta do it the other way. I think this might be a little bit better if we also... Did that adjust that one? Alright, cool. Alright, let's grab the fuel. Put that there. And then... Oh. Problem. Right. Alright. That's not gonna work. That will not work. I'm just trying to get a way that it'll cleanly detach and it won't go blang 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 and then kabooing. Then I can still offset it. Okay, I think this might work. I think it might work. It won't be pretty. We're not going for pretty. I never said my Kerbals would be fashionable. Alright. And we drag this down to about there. Alright, I just need to get this to... Alright, I think I like that. Maybe, I don't know. So let me save it. And the concept here is we get rid of this. We should be able to copy this. So then we take, let's see here. Where's this one at? Those are up there. The only thing is, okay, so we can put some landing struts. Put the landing struts right here. Why do those sit so weird? Wrong key. Oops. Why are those sitting so angled like? That's so weird. Fine. I'll do it from scratch again. Just want to take this. Oh, alright. That makes sense, I guess. All these girders, I can't see what's going on. There. Pull it out. Okay. Landing gear. And Okay, that's not working. Oh, because they're put on in radial, weren't they? Okay. I'm just totally breaking whatever I'm doing here. Alright, so let's try radial. Okay. So I have to put these on separately. Really? So mirror and radial, put them both up there. So that means I have to... Alright, that works. Oops. My fat fingers did it. Oh. Alright, so we're gonna have to do another copy. Put this one on this side. Kind of bizarre. I guess not. Let's do this. Okay, those in the same spot? I don't think they are. Nope. Alright, so let's get... Hang on, we're gonna do some testing here. Bear with me. I'm just trying to make sure these two struts are lined up. I think they are. I don't do too much custom stuff like this, and this isn't really custom. This is me just... Okay, they look like they're lined up. So if we extend these... These will touch down before those, which is fine. We can touch down, we can extend... We're gonna test this out, though. Alright. So, to mimic what we have here without... We're going to get rid of this. We're going to copy this. Connect it. Alright, now if I'm lucky... Wrong one. Center of mass is pretty much in the center. Alright, now what I haven't attached are engines, so what I got here is a custom erector set here. So, what I want to do is I want to make sure heaviest. That's already strutted. So this should have picked up heavy. Root. That was weird. Alright. That's got heavy. That's got heavy. Heavy. That should be the same part. Alright, so that should have gotten already done. That should have gotten done. So the idea is I'll have engines. It'll land. I can then lower these engines. I can detach all this stuff. And then it will land and that stuff, hopefully. I don't know. So let's figure out what happens here. I don't need any crew. Good. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Well, my idea of trying to send two of these in one rocket ain't gonna fly. Literally, it won't fly. Whoa. So I have to put struts. Strut to here to there. Alright, let's just, how do I do this? So I don't want that one to pop. Oh, alright. Hang on. I didn't auto strut the cupolas. That's where they were boing boing. Let's see if that fixes that. So if we do, right, let's take this back to the hangar. Little, oh, actually, it's what I need to do is probably, can I go inside and strut those pieces too? Where are they? Alright, so if we say, there we go. There we go. And maybe that should go to root though. There we go. Alright, then I'll strut this to root. And then if we go battery out there. Oh, we should say to root for these also. Alright, let's give that a shot. Let's see what happens. See if it does a boing. Hopefully not as much. Otherwise we can add manual struts too. Haven't had to use those in a long time. Not as bad. Alright, so now is what we can do is do that. Alright, very cool. Now, all of these, okay. That's actually fine. How come the other gear didn't? There we go. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Alright, cut it out. If I can salvage this. And not ideal. But I think it might be a little bit more forgiving on the MUN. It's not pretty. So do I have to go into a VAB or the SPH for that to clean up all that debris? Or is that cleaned up now? So we got. We'll have a, oh, we lost the landing gear. It broke. That's what blew up. And that's rubbing on the ground. Wait a minute, let's do this. That's going through the ground. Let me swap these landing gear out for the big ones. Ooh. Okay, so let's what do I want to do here? Let's rename to debris. Let's go back to the Space Center. Oh, alright. I'm gonna swap out the landing gear on the actual hab, make them a little bit more sturdier. See if that helps. So let's go load up the MUN hab. Alright, so let's take these off. No, go back. Take that off. Take that off. Let's try the beefier ones, see if they work any better. So what we need to do is do that, that, and I think those aren't going to clear, are they? Okay, those will clear. So then let's get rid of this. And let's grab this. Oh, that's in radial. Is that going on wrong? No, it's going on right. That's weird. All right. Okay, why are these not? Is it? Okay, let's do this. Get rid of those. Grab that. And let's do this in mirror. Those are kind of at an angle, so that's not what I wanted. Nice and straight. Well, alright, so we'll put like that. And okay. Still works. Now let's see if we can grab those. Put that there. See if this matches up. Well, it's not. So just have to fudge it. If I line these up, they're not exactly. So they line up on the hitchhiker. Okay, I guess that's close enough. Alright. That's good. Alright, so now the thing is, let's save this. Let's track these. A little bit stronger, a little stronger, sturdier. Let's strut these. Oh, I can't. Alright, fine. Whatever. What if we go to root? Alright, let's try that. Let's put on the clamps. All right. Let's put all the gear up. Alright, let's see what happens here. That was a lot of work for just 4 landing gear. Jeez. Ooh, Arlene wobble. I did good. Alright, so let's extend all the landing gear. Okay. And so if we drop that's it landing on those 4. Okay. Very cool. Now the question is, how come last time, so this one I don't want to pop, but why did these not all pop together? They should. So let's do something here. Let's do an F5. Let's get the launch clamps out of the way. Alright. Almost hit recover. That would have been terrible. Horrible. Awful. Alright. It's quiet in chat today. That's alright. Alright, no more launch clamps. We are on these. Ooh. Alright, so what if we retract? Nah. Alright, let's just try this. F5. And all of these guys. That's fine. Maybe. That's okay. Maybe. So they all detached. But we're sitting on something that shouldn't be there anymore. Let me try. If we retract the external landing gear. That's fine. It's okay. Maybe we don't have to be so dramatic, and what if we just say decouple this? Nice and quiet. Couple that. Cool. And we decouple this. Oh, yes. And then we decouple this. Alright. Then if we go back to the Space Center and then back. I think I have a working concept. Now, can I just put some engines on it, put it on a rocket lifter, and get it to the MUN? Probably don't need that much fuel. Let's see. Yay! our hep, but it's leaning. Well, that makes sense. So that means my center of mass isn't exactly where it should be. Well, that's awkward. I wonder if the landing strut should go on the outside then. I can't make anything cool. Alright, so our landing gear is too close to the center, so we need to move them out here. Alright, fine. Fine. Alright, let's rename. Alright. Yeah, I should probably find a new game to play because I can't do this stuff very well. Let's go back in here. Let's get the MUN hab. What it's called, right? MUN hab. It looks cool. Well, thanks, CTP. I appreciate it. It's not very elegant. It's blocky and, you know, construction looking. But okay, let's take these off. Let's grab. Probably just make them from new. Yeah. So let's get rid of these. Get rid of those. And I mean, Rover Dude in his MKS, he has some very nice looking hab, but I'm trying to use kind of a stockish solution, even though these aren't stock. And because, like I said, this is interim until I get some better feedback on how habitation should work versus could work. Then I'll put something more permanent in place. It's Kerbal made, yes, it is. Trademark Kerbal. All right. So can I? Thank you. So let's go back to these. So I can't put them exactly in the center because the door is going to be there. So it has to be down here. And let's rotate this. Okay, mirror. Want mirror, please. Thank you. Rotate this away. Okay, and then let's grab the big landing gear. All right, then let's grab. Ooh. All right. Then we can put it right there. I wonder if those would work like that. Or should I risk offsetting it a click? Yeah, we'll offset it by a click. Alright, that makes it look better. So let's copy this. Actually, let's put it back the way it was. Okay, then we'll copy it. Then we'll put it. Let's mirror. Go. We'll put it right about there. And then we should be able to. One click there. One click there. Those will match up. Another more to the outside. Thermalace, good morning to you. Okay, so we just can't use the door with the landing gear up. That's all. That's fine. We're going to land with these out. So we already know that these can support the landing, so I don't have to put those things on them. The, you know, clamps. So let's just put that on the landing strip like it is. Why am I doing KSP today? I don't know. I wanted to. I wanted to finish the all the rotations. And now I want to get some temporary habitation. So I'm trying to make a custom hab out of stockish stuff. That's good. That works real good. So we landed. And what we want to do is take these landing gear, extend these. Oh, they touch too. Very cool. Then I think the best way to decouple this stuff is to grab... Okay, so let's put these up here. That one up top. Oops. Oh, okay, get that one up top. Because these will decouple, they'll become debris. So I should have 4. Those 2. And... Yep, alright. So then if I do an F5, because I'm just going to decouple 4 of them. I put these up here so I could space them. Docking ports wouldn't work very well. And let's see what happens. Okay. Okay. Alright. That's why we're doing F5. So, decoupling via staging, not very safety orientated. So let's try what I did last time that seemed to work. So what we'll do here is we just... Oh, wait. The landing gear up, maybe. Or maybe... No, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's try. Landing gear up. Decouple this. Nice. Decouple this. Okay, that's fine. Landing gear up. Okay, landing gear up. Okay. Landing gear up. Oh, it's pulling it. Couple that. And decouple that. Alright, so do we have the wobble? Oh, that doesn't wobble half as bad. Oh, no, no, no. In fact, if we do... How do I do this? Reaction wheel... Where's the torque? Where they're at? Toggle the torque. Toggle... Torque. Yeah. Because then it's just a little... Yeah, that'll work. Ooh. God, is that up too high? That's up too high. That's up way too high. Looks like an elephant. I just made an elephant habitat. Alright. That was a complete waste of an hour. And the only way I can lower this is I'd have to clip... Okay, look. I'm working here. I'd have to clip this in and up. And that won't work. Not gonna work. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... is... We're gonna do a hitchhiker with a cupola on top. We'll put, some radial attachments with the flex tubes. I'll put a sky crane. Probably what I should. I just tried to do something cool. This is what happens when I try to do something cool. Great. Alright, so let's... Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Did not work out. I mean, the only other solution, I guess, is to put the other landing gear so they're smaller. But then I run into a clearance problem. Yeah, not gonna work. Not gonna work. Alright, let's do this. Let's do it the boring way, I guess. Alright. That's what happens. Kaboom. 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 So let me briefly spot this together, and then we'll dress it up. All right. We don't have to take any supplies. We just need to take these unmanned, so the hitchhiker gives some additional habitation. So we go to utility, grab the hitchhiker. Then real quickly, we grab these, and unfortunately, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Then landing wise, I think I can get away with these. Okay. The reason why these are sticking like that is that, well, that's why. I guess I'm gonna have to go 2. Doggone it. And the reason why I'm putting these on is because I need these. Alright, well. Can I make it look... No? Can I make it look prettier? I don't know what prettier means. Alright. This looks like a rocket. I guess what I could do is tuck a battery. Well, that kind of wasn't very fun. Alright. We got a battery. Then we'll put, since we're going to have one cupola, we'll put this reaction wheel. Yikes. Then we'll do a cupola. And alright, so here's the real trick. Is if I get this to that won't attach there. Okay, fine. Let's take this off temporarily. Come on. Put that there. Wow. Getting some lag. How is KSP doing here? KSP's doing fine. Oh, we're getting some lag. Then if we go down here, no, I'm sorry, if we go here, grab one of these things. That's fine. Deploy. Alright, so then I can take the landing gear. Yeah, probably a memory leak. Let's take the landing gear and slide them. Okay, no landing gear. Can I have landing gear? Go. Alright, cool. Alright, so we can get rid of this. Let's put these back. So we got our habitation, and this gives us additional habitation that has a reaction wheel, so it'll help with control. We're gonna go unmanned, so is what I'm gonna do is, I don't know. Let's see if I go with engines. Someone told me that I should always put the sky crane more in the center than on the top because it has a reaction wheel. So we'll put the control there, and then if we go with a small fuel tank. So a lot simpler. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to do. I have to do that. I think I should also put probe core, and then let's save it. Do that. Save it again. And then we'll put a probe core there. Oh, alright, so that's the new habitation. Whatever. Alright, I just quickly slapped that together. So what I needed to do is take a quick break. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. In fact, while I am away, I'm going to restart KSP so I get rid of this. So I'm going to come right back. I'm going to take a quick bio break, but I'm going to quit out of KSP right now. You guys can't see it because of my screen. And I'm going to restart KSP. And while I'm on my break, just be a couple minutes. I'm waiting for KSP to quit out. And yeah. I haven't had this kind of memory leak since 105. Weird. But I have been in and out of the editor a lot, so I guess there's still a problem in the editor? I don't know. So KSP just quit. I'm relaunching it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, let's get the game on. Freshly started KSP. We have, I think, about an 85% complete hab for the MUN. I like the other version better. It just wasn't gonna work. Alright, so what do we call it? MUN Hab version 2. I really gotta take this older stuff out of here and put it in a folder somewhere. MUN Hab version 2. Alright. Oops. No, that one. There we go. Alright, so this is the sky crane that's gonna land it. Let's see if that gives enough fuel. There we go. Very low thrust to weight ratio. Oh wait, you know what? Because we're not on the MUN. There we go. That should do. These are at the right level, so it'll connect to the rest of the network. Oh, you know what? I don't need a ladder on both sides. Let's fix that. Cool. All right. So habitation, this gives a habitation multiplier, so 4 or 5 Kerbals can hang out here. Does this actually tell me? No. I don't get this indefinite. Make any sense. Do I have to turn this thing on? No? Alright. Alright, anyways. We don't need to take supplies. This is going to go unmanned. I don't like how this looks. Do this. So it looks a little bit more rigid. Don't have to, but it'll look a little bit better. Alright, so what am I missing? It's got some battery. So to keep this thing alive as it's coaxing along, to maneuver this, we will need... Ooh. I would normally put these here, but where's the center of mass at? Oh, it's way down there. That's not good. We put these there? I got... Where's the other one? In the door? Great. Alright, well, I'll just have to do the best I can with that. It just means when I use them to maneuver, it'll tip. Alright. Because this is going to be disposable. This has its own probe core. This has its own probe core. We attach... The reason why I put a probe core on this, that way, if I wanted to detach this and move it somewhere, it won't get cleaned up as debris. So that's why it's got its own probe core in there. Alright, so... we need an antenna. Let's do this. Do. Put an antenna off to the side here. And not there. There. Sticks out just a wee bit too much. Okay, and this does have a little bit of communication. So landing, connects, habitation, additional habitation. We don't need to send any supplies. 1200 delta V to land. We're gonna have to put a rocket underneath this. Does anyone see anything I might be missing? Again, this is just an interim habitation solution for the MUN. Now, the one that goes on the South Pole, the rocket that takes it to the MUN needs to have a lot more delta V than the one that goes on to equatorial. But I guess we could land this equatorial first. Make sure it connects and works. And then we can do the other one and add more delta V. Yeah, we'll do it that way. I'm sure that didn't make any sense to anyone. Alright, so let's get our... These should be strutted. Alright, okay. Let's strut this to root. Oh, this is I want this to be the root. So let's reassign root. Alright. Actually, let's reassign root again. Right here. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll say auto strut to heavy. That's gonna come down. That's heavy. This will go to heavy. Let's retract these. Retract this. Alright. So now's what I need to do is I need a decoupler. Oh, first of all, if I put a nose cone, I want to get rid of it. I find the best way to no debris wise is I put a docking port up here. Because if you have a docking port, it could come in handy. So I'm just going to put a docking port there. And we'll put a nose cone somewhere. And we'll put a fairing around all this so it'll be more aerodynamic-ish. Alright, so down here, so we have a reaction wheel here. I added an additional reaction wheel in here. We have plenty of reaction wheel up here, so I don't have to do anything down here. So what I want is... I want to design a stage that has 9, 10, 11, 12, plus another 12. So I need about 2200 delta V on this next stage. So how am I going to do this? Let's go a decoupler. That's not a decoupler. Decoupler and then a fairing. And then what we want to do is that to heavy. Let's turn these off. Build the fairing. Oh my. That doesn't work. I need some more padding here. How do I do that? Alright. Not the best plan, but it works. Alright. Kind of aerodynamic. I guess. Alright, so we change this to Kerbal. Let's see here. Change it to Kerbal, and now we want this stage to be 2200 delta V. So let's go with this and a skipper, and let's see how we do here. So based upon the weight, so let's take this off. So this weighs 13 tons. All right, so 13 tons. Well, now it's going to be additional. So if we go with a skipper, we get, I need 2200. That's close, but I really want to go 2200. So if we add this, 2200. All right, so 2200, 1.72, and then if we switch this to the MUN, we have a better thrust to weight ratio. Okay. If we swap this out with the Poodle, which is supposed to be better, we get more and less. I think we're gonna go with the skipper here. And because we have a lot of reaction wheel up here, I'm gonna kind of spread it out a little bit. We're gonna put there. We're going to also make sure we maintain communication. Oh, wrong tab. Maintain communication. So we'll put an antenna right here. And we'll put some standard solar panels around here. There we go. All right, so that is going to take us from Kerbal to the MUN, and this is going to be way over budget, but I'm thinking that's fine because I can use the same rocket to hopefully land this at the southern pole of the MUN. Sweet. Alright, so let's change this to atmospheric, and now we need a stage to get this, whoa, off the planet. So let's go with a decoupler. And I'm going to put some separatrons here to help with the decoupling. It's kind of cool too. So we're going to reduce this down to 4. I don't know why I'm shifting towards it. We want to flip those around. And when this decouples, we want these to decouple at this, or to fire off at the same time. All right, cool. Then to make it look a little bit more sleek, well, not that I do sleek, I don't. We're gonna tuck those in, and then we'll just bring them out a little bit. There. All right, I've seen people do better. All right, so let's tidy that up a little bit. Then let's, I think we're just gonna go with a couple of orange tanks here. And in between, I'm gonna put another reaction wheel. Take that one off. And then I'm gonna beef up the mainsail. So we're gonna use a mainsail somewhere. Because obviously that's not enough to get us off the planet. But is what I want to do is I want to beef this up. This is, I learned this again from, is it possible to bring a rocket to space only on RCS thrusters? You mean launch with RCS? Sure. It could be a very light. Sure. I don't see why not. The in stock it could be challenging because the only RCS engine you have is the Puff. So you'd have to make a very light craft, and monopropellant is more dense. People have done this scientifically within the game. So yeah, you can do it. You just can't have a beefy rocket like this though. Now there are mods that have other additional monopropellant rockets, or engines, sorry. So let's see here. Ooh. Ooh. You know, I was going to try... So wait, here's the question. I was going to use these. So these have got... What am I looking for here? A 275 versus... 250. So a little bit better, and I don't have to do so much work. Ooh, wrong one. So I'm going to put these off center. The reason why, oh, and I want to reduce the gimbal down to like 30. Well, 25 is fine. So now, if we put that into here, we have a nice TWR. Very cool. And I think is what we're going to do is, well, we have to put some boosters on it to give some additional delta V. So let's build that. So again, I like to build just one side at a time. So I put my decoupler, and then we're going to go with, we're going to use an orange tank. And I'm one, oh, kind of put that on wrong, didn't I? That's not alright. Seem to be having a slight... Okay, that works. I wonder if I could get away with just one orange tank. If I was to do... Let's do the same thing, but with a skipper. So if we go with a skipper... Well, first of all, let's just see what happens if we go skipper only. Let's bring this down to about there. An angle snap on. Oh, I wasn't done building this. So let's put that, oh, yeah. Let's put this right about there. So this is why I put the thuds off center, because I was going to put some possible extension. All right, we do want to help with some control. So I want to keep it aerodynamic. Alright, so, and then we want to make sure our fuel works. So we're gonna build, we're gonna put some fuel lines. Right there. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so let's do some strutting. Alright, and then if we just grab this, and then we put it back, and if we put it in just two-way symmetry, let's see if that's going to be enough. Make sure I get it lined up here. That's not centered. That's better. Alright, let's drag all these engines up here. Drag this up here. 150, we're coming up a little bit short on the delta V. Because I want to make sure I don't dip into my other stage, because I'm going to need all of that. So what if we do this, which I'm not really proud of doing. 30. Mesmerized 1978. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that very much. Wait a minute. 31. 32. Can we just solid boosters? Well, I've already got the reason why I'm not a huge fan of solid boosters is because if you use them in conjunction with your liquid, then you're saying goodbye to your liquid, and this way I maintain my liquid. All right, that's close enough. That's close enough. But you know what? I want to get this. I want to get the. We're going to do some things, so we're going to fix this a little bit. So let's get rid of these for now. We're going to take this, slide it down to about there's fine. Let's take. Oh, actually, let's take these off temporarily. I mean, solid rocket boosters, I think of them as a quick boost to get you up, like if you're struggling for like your first 4,000-5,000 solid rocket boosters. Now you can do, if you do a complete solid rocket booster lift, like I've done many times, that's great too. You just got to make sure you don't run out of electrical charge, because solid rocket boosters don't generate any electrical charge. And then you could go, oh cool, I'm up, and then you stage and you have no EC, and then your engines don't fire, and you go, I'm screwed. This way I maintain my delta V. When these detach, the core is still full with fuel, and according to this, my thrust to weight ratio is staying pretty constant. I mean, you can still do that with solid rocket boosters. It just takes a little bit more planning. That's all. What was it? Look, I was looking for these. I want to make sure our whoa. That was weird. You guys see that? It was mirrored for a second. Alright, anyways, whatever. Let's do that. Do that. Do that. Cool. Alright, then we'll put this back. Put this back. Put that like that. We have to add the fuel lines again, so we're going to take this and okay. Oh, okay, that went centered. All right, my mouse moved. All right, that should work fine. All right, we're gonna fix our staging here. Let's add the fuel lines. So we're gonna add those right about here, and we're gonna put it right there, nice and straight. Looks good. We can in fact kind of clean this up a little bit, I think. We won't have any problems trying to... Oops. Very cool. All right, so what we want to do is, first of all, these decouplers and these separatrons need to fire off together. Cool. All right. So we should have... I mean, we're spot on. We're going to borrow just a smidge from that stage. 138 is fine. So we're going to fire all these off. According to this, we will have these boosters for 1 minute 15 seconds. Well, 1 minute 14 seconds. That's going to get well above the 10,000. The really hard push, I think. All right, so this rocket should get to the moon just fine with its payload, and it's overbuilt for an equatorial drop because I want to use the same rocket. You believe I want to use the same rocket for going to the south pole of the MUN. That way I don't have to redesign it. Okay, so let's redo. That's good. That's good. That's good. There we go. All right, cool. So everything's strutted. We fire the engines. We use these up with the fuel lines. It keeps the core filled. I do a fist filled. I don't know why. Then we get rid of these. The core still filled, and we're still going strong with our 5 core engines. We get to orbit. We detach. And we go with this all the way to the moon. We use this to slow us down, get us close to our drop. We drop this. We use the sky crane. All right, that's more. We'll figure that out when we get there. So we have some solar panels to keep it powered. This doesn't have any power generation, so what I need to do is put a fuel cell. Almost forgot about that. Put a small fuel cell, just one. I'm just going to put it right here. So when we're landing, these engines don't generate any electrical charge, and I do have some battery storage, but you know, I just want to make sure. We have a fuel cell. Okay, so this is going to be the first MUN hab. So all we have to do is put some, do a save, put some landing struts, and we'll put 2 there, 2 there, put those up here. I think we're ready to go. Again, it's an unmanned, so there should be no Kerbals. No Kerbals. And this is to give an interim habitation solution until I can figure out MKS's real habitation. It doesn't look like it's connected up there, does it? But I guess it is. Alright. So on Launchpad, let's see what happens here. I brought 2 sodas to the game, and I cracked one open before I started, and then right when I went live, I cracked the other one open because I didn't see it. You know, no one cares. All right, let's take this rocket up. See what we're doing here. Looks good. Looks good. Flying. Sody pop, yes. Sody pop. So again, we're hoping to get well over 10,000. I'm going to go for 14,000. Papa John bless it. Oh, I either go to Domino's or it's called Pizza Guys. All right, there's our turn. But we still have 20 seconds. Coming up on 7,000. 8,000. There's 10,000. We still have 10 seconds, so nice. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we're getting ready to... So about 15,000. Good separation. We lost some thrust to weight ratio. We're still maintaining though. Don't forget, your thrust to weight ratio will go up as you lose weight. And we're about 15,000 away from getting through that hard part of the atmosphere. But we're over halfway to our apoapsy. Look at that, our thrust to weight ratio caught up to us. Lickety-split. Okay, our apo is about 20 away. Okay, when we get above 40, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the fairing, so we'll lose a little bit more weight. Alright, looks good. Alright, so we're coming up on our apoapsy height. Alright, and at this point I'm going to turn on the fuel cell. Because there's going to be a part where we're going to warp to our point, and electrical charge will be expended, although we have solar panels. The fuel cells draw very little fuel to keep things going. And there's not a huge draw on power. Yes, the fairing will be remembered. Alright, so 1182. Perfect. So last time I was predicting we're going to have to use a little bit, but it looks like we're not. So that means this whole stage will be getting to the MUN, wrapping around the MUN, landing on the MUN, or easing the landing on the MUN. Now again, this one's going to land equatorial, and if it connects and we get some extended habitation, perfect. And then the next one will go on the difficult landing because it's at an incline. Alright, so let's do an F5, turn on SAS. We have 34 delta V left in the stage. I'm not going to cart around this extra weight, so we're going to get rid of it. Thank you. And then we're going to change our direction. We're going to get rid of our... did I get it? Get rid of our nose cone because we don't need that anymore. Okay. Then let's go find the MUN. There it is. Let's plot us a transfer. Do an F5. Hopefully none of our debris smacks us. I've come really close a couple times. I wasn't aware you could jettison nose cones. Sure, I mean it just depends upon how you could either use a decoupler to get rid of them. I use a docking port because you never know when a docking port may come in handy. You never know. So there's our debris. No, it's, yeah, no, I used, since this is a docking port and I attached it to it, I just decoupled it, and it went away. Oh bye. Well, actually, it's still over there somewhere. Alright, let's make sure we don't run into our own debris. If I planned my launches better, I would get rid of this stuff on when it was still suborbital. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yoink. There goes our nose cone. Weird. Very close, yeah, yeah. Alright, so now we're on our way to the MUN. What's up next? Course correction. Now, you could very well make your burn so you get where you want to go. With me, my situations always change, and I end up doing a course correction anyway, so. Well, I think my space debris around Kerbin is going to diminish because soon, well, no, there's going to be some more satellite launches, you're right, but I think I'll just put them in a higher orbit because we have the space shuttle coming up soon, and the shuttle will be doing satellite launches, and when it starts doing the ISS, we're going to put the ISS up at about 225 to 250, so it'll be well out of the range. But yeah, debris, I get it. Alright, electrical charge is holding real good. Oh, I brought monopropellant. Did I forget to take... Oh, I forgot to take it out. Darn. Fine. Oh, there it is. Cool. Alright. So again, let's go grab maneuver node around the moon. It doesn't have to be a perfect orbit. It's going to cost 262, so we'll still have 1100, 1200 delta V left. Wonder if that'll be enough for the incline one. It might be. Yeah, it should be fine. So again, what I like to do with my rockets around a planet, I like to have a fairly strong engine that does the capturing, if it's a heavy payload like this is. A stronger engine to... Do you have... No, I don't have... No, I don't like the orbit decay. Even though it's more realistic, it really messes with your satellites, with your stationary stuff. And since I'm not really good at this game, I don't want to have to keep going to all the planets I have satellites around and adjusting their orbital rotational periods. No one wants to watch that. All right. So we have our orbit, and we still have 1268. So I think if this was going to go to the South Pole, I think the 1268 would be good enough, but I still have 3000 delta V in the Sky Crane, so I think that would be fine. I mean, there's a lot of people that play the RSS that really, really like that, but since I'm not that good of a KSP, you know, I'm trying to get a little bit better, but at the same time I want to be productive, so when I'm streaming I want to do stuff to where people go, oh cool, yeah, I didn't know you could do that, versus, oh, he's just adjusting this and he's just adjusting that. That some people can make it entertaining. I don't have the knack to make that entertaining. So, alright, so that's going to be our first retro deorbit burn right there. Oops. I did it right? I did it right. Alright. Alright, so what I want to do is after this, burn. We'll engage SAS, we'll do an F5 to save, and then once again I am going to set that as a target. And then we're going to do another, how high are we up? We are 37, alright, so we're going to do a deorbit here. Okay, and we got to line it up a little bit more. All these crafts are on the same plane. It's interesting to see. Oh, well, kind of, yeah. I mean, it was all just Luna stuff, but sure. Okay, so I wanted to really slow down. So to do this, we're going to do that. Alright, so that's going to slow us down. So right now we're going 504. This is going to slow us down quite a bit. And we're still going to have plenty of delta V left over. Here's our target. Oh wait. Yep, that's it. So we're going to do another retro burn to slow us down. We're going to get closer over the target. I liked last time that I put us almost right over the target with a nice drop. We're going to do that again. We're going to slow down. And we'll do a radial out to give us some more altitude. And then we slow down 256 and we're going that is awesome. Cool. We'll execute that burn. So since I'm trying to do pinpoint landings, I'm trying to drop these kind of into a spot. I want to have a higher altitude so I drop down versus coming in at a slant. I don't know if that makes any sense. Alright. Alright. So, in fact, we can do one more little burn right about here. Put on the brakes again and get the node. Oops. Alright. That little baby burn. I mean, horizontal is how the Apollo did it for a long time, and then it got, you know, so now we're going to be over the target. Pretty darn close. We're going to do one more little burn. There we go. So we're still 20,000 up. So SAS on, let's point retrograde towards the surface. Do an F5. Let's get rid of our extra weight. Let's go up here and extend the engines. Do another F5. Stage them. And that puts us almost dead on target there. Where's the green thing at? Oh, there it is. So let's do an F5 and let's get down to 10,000. Last time I did this, it put us at 3,000. What's our thrust to weight ratio? It's 6. Alright. So again, we have a lot of delta V. Looks like we overshot our target. So let's try to slow down. Let's use RCS to put us back on track. So we're still descending, but I'm trying to push us back towards our target because we overshot it. I overshot it, not we. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to do what we did last time. Alright, cool. So according to this, we have 7 minutes of fuel time to do this. That's so fun. Alright, so what I want to do here is turn off that, say surface and up. And can't really tell where stuff is yet, so we're going to have to just kind of guess. And we'll start descending. We're 500 meters off the ground. We'll get kind of over the target. That's one of the, so that's not where we want to go. There should be one spot left for us to plug this into. Donatellis, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. Guys, thanks a lot for you guys have been hanging out with me today. Really appreciate it. Now, I know this isn't the most exciting KSP stream that's out there. Overreaction, MechJeb? No, I told it to kill the horizontal velocity, and since we have reaction wheel here and here, it was pretty springy. So, I think over there is where we want to go. Well, we're going over there, but still have 6 minutes of fuel, so let's go ahead and bring this down a little bit faster. And just again, the green dot is about where we're going to land. He went into panic mode, much like my. Oh no. Now I just told it to kill the horizontal velocity, zero us out. I mean, I can do it. It just takes longer, a lot longer. All right, 350 meters off the ground. Can't quite tell. Pretty sure we're going to have to. That's where the habitation is. I used to be able to. I don't know if they fixed it. You used to be able to let MechJeb monitor, and I could switch to a target, figure something out, and come back. But we'll just do this. We'll do it like this because we have plenty of fuel. Slow down a little bit. I still can't tell where I'm going to plug into. Is it on that one? No, it's right there. Alright. So we want to do... It doesn't matter. Actually, I want the door out. Okay, so we're going to land like this. Alright. So I want to do that. Ish. Caps lock to get a little fine control. Oh, the big moon yeah, that was a beast. Very stable. I was very surprised how stable it was. And I mean by stable, it didn't flutter all over the place. What I'm trying to do is line this up with that because these are going to connect. So I'm overcorrecting right now. So this is where I'm supposed to land, but then I'm going to put it back. And then we're going to tell this right there. A little bit more that way. Yeah, the gimbal was, well, I reduced it. I didn't turn it off. All right, so let's, hover for a sec. Let's get this a little bit closer, I think. Alright, let's kill it. Land it. Okay, wait, let's hover. Oh, wait. There we go. Almost blew it. A little bit. Alright. Kill. Land. Not bad. Alright, so I botched it here. Let me fix this. Good thing I had plenty of fuel because this is kind of a tight fit. I think that should be okay. That looks good. Yeah, that'll work. All right, let's turn all this stuff off. We now 5. Now let's switch over and get our engineer. Have them EVA, which, oh, wait, no, they're right here. All right, and they're going to link this to their brand new habitation unit. Wait, there it is. All right, and we're gonna put you back where you were. I don't know if the engineer's feat function is that big anymore since Rover Dude added different things. So it seems like we have a temperature problem whenever we go away for some reason. Okay, the temperature's going down. Alright, that's fine. Huh. Oh, thank you. So now what we have to do is on our new hab, we'll turn on the habitat, and we can turn on this habitat, and we look at our electrical charge. During the night, I have a little bit of a drain, just a little bit. I wonder if I can offset that by turning on this. Nope. I'll just leave that one on. Alright, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Where's that? Oh no, it's filling up. Very cool. Or is it filling up or going away? No, it's filling up because cool. These aren't solar panels. These are radiator panels. So they take the heat. So the converters that make the fuel generate heat. So I do have direct heat on them, and then these are additional heat, so it dissipates the heat also. Now you can see that things are cooling down. Now why it heated up, I don't know. I have a feeling that when this thing reaches capacity that it keeps doing stuff when it doesn't have anywhere to go, and I think that's causing a problem. So let's see, let's check our resources here. And look at this, we have electric fuel and oxidizer available in the warehouse for when we do it. So now we have habitation. Let's see how this works here. So this is Joni. So it says habitation indefinite. They have 241 days of supplies. Over on the drill base, over on the other site, they have 1 year, 70 days of supplies. And it says their habitation is indefinite, but I need to land one of these over there too. Then I think I have my bases covered. Then we can start on, so let me go ahead and turn these off. Put them away. I put them away. What did I do? Toggle torque. Oh. There we go. Okay. So once I'm happy with this layout, then I can get rid of these sky cranes, and I'll have less parts here. Again, this stuff should be cooling off. Cooling off. And notice when I landed, look at this, my fuel is being refueled because this is generating fuel. Very cool. Now this little guy here is my marker. This is where I'm going to be drilling dirt. So as soon as we get the other habitation, the focus on colonizing the MUN career will be make it self-sufficient. So right now I have to keep shipping supplies out. So to reduce the number of rocket launches from Kerbin, I want to be able to produce or create my own supplies. And I have to wait for, there's a problem on the Kerbal forums. A lot of the forums threads got nuked somehow, and I don't know if they're going to be restored, but there was a lot of good information in there. I don't know the flow chart. I think I have to get dirt and hydrate and convert that to water. Then between dirt, water, and fertilizer, which I'm not too sure where I get the fertilizer. Maybe I have to dig that up or create it. But those three things, I make supplies, and then with making my own supplies, then I can have one of these dedicated to distributing supplies. And I just have to land another structure where the ore is being dug up, and they will be able to get supplies versus supply lines, and I can get rid of all the little dangly little buildings with all the dead supply drops on them. Less parts. Alright, so that was successful. I think tomorrow on KSP we're going to land our other habitation. And we can put a lid on our crew rotation and habitation, and then concentrate on supplies. How do we do it? Where we're going to do it at, and stuff like that. And we have 96 days before we have anything to do historically. So cool, very cool. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go host somebody here. Let me go see who I'm following, if that's online. Gildus B, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it very much. All right, Flying Toast is not doing Kerbal. He's doing the first Mass Effect. So I'm gonna give him a host. He's a fellow rocket jockey. So if you guys don't know who Flying Toast is, again, I'm gonna put his link here. And oops, clicked on the wrong link. That was not his link. Hang on one sec here. One day I'll learn how to do this. There we go. Give him a follow. Very variety streamer. He does KSP, smart guy. Got his own bot too. Created his own bot. So let's do a friendly
Gamer Circle visit. Right there. That's Flying Toast. Click on that link. If you're not following him, give him a follow. Let him know I came over. Just say, hey, friendly visit from Gamer Circle. I'm going to go over there and chit-chat with him a little bit. And I will send him a host right now. And guys, again, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. It means a lot. Really does. You guys have a good one. See you guys later.